Go live. God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Someone tell me that we are already live, Travis Bagent.
Of course you fucked it up.
Oh my God, we are live. And you can't say that on camera in the beginning of our first podcast. Come on, man. I paid a lot of money. You already started discussing? Now we're back.
You've been asking for 3 years if we could do this podcast, and I told you every time someone tries to do a pilot episode, they cannot get the camera rolling on time. You told me you will kill this 100%. First episode ever, and Artem messes up.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to press it, and you're putting all this pressure on me, and I can't press the button. And now we start discussing. Oh man, I have to now talk to the sponsors once again. We might have lost like 3 of them.
Who we got? Who are our major sponsors? Let's talk about
our major sponsor, as always. Primal Beef Jerky's in the house.
Primal Beef Jerky.
We got Vitacell Biologics in the house that Travis is going to get really, really soon because he's about to be back in arm wrestling. Because Travis says, you know, people always want to know one important question: when is Travis going to be back?
So he's back right here. These are the last few days that I will, in fact, be not fit. Very soon, I become robotic fit. I'm going crazy. Vitacell Nutritionals, I will be there June 4th in Shreveport. And I expect the VIP. I mean, I don't even want to take every cell out of my body and replace it. Is that how it works?
I don't think they replace it. They just add more.
Come on, that's how it works. I want to go straight bionic.
You don't want to have your own original West Virginia ones. You want them Russian ones back at you.
Yeah, definitely get some of them. It's a bunch of, they're killing babies, right? Is that how we get these things? I listen to the news.
You know what? Speaking of what you I cannot say in here anymore, but oh my God, it popped off. So I wanted to reply to this comment and ask this guy if he also happened to be a Devon fan, but so it's a comment under one of our clips. I can't tell you how to speak, my man, but as someone with learning disabilities who made fun of for riding the short bus way back when, whose only redemption getting back at those bullies was arm wrestling, I know I would have broke and give up on the sport hearing what you said if I still was a kid. Like Charles Barkley said, you're not a role model, but a lot of people do look up to you. I just wonder if the guy happened to be an arm wrestling Devon fell at the same time. That will make so much more sense.
Yeah, like I might as well just, the sensitive train is I have never boarded that.
But I don't know if the guy's trolling, if that's really his story, because like if it is, like you're a real piece of work for that.
There ain't no doubt. Yeah, I mean, to the right person, super offensive, I can imagine.
Okay, that's one thing. And second thing, so did you happen to watch the video that I posted of you and Devon?
I watched a couple minutes of it, not the whole. I think it was like 8-9 minutes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so
I probably got it 92 seconds into it.
Just to know that you know what I'm talking about, right? So anyway, me and Lindsay discussing comments and all that, and like whatever at some point or another, we're like, well, honey, so you understand, like, Travis is extremely jealous of Devon and the whole perspective of people. And before I can go on to like some whatever stand up I was going to, she goes, Travis cannot be jealous of anybody. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? The whole internet is telling us that he is jealous of Devon Laird. He has no jealous bone in his body. Travis is so goddamn narcissistic. He all about himself. He can't be jealous. He does not care.
Nice. So just that's how Lindsay does it, right? Fake jab up,
Yeah,
fake jab upstairs, left hook underneath. I thought she was turning the page, only to find out she's right there.
Dude, you didn't know. You better be careful. You better be careful. I can't. You have to always be on your feet with her. So I thought it was so awesome. It kind of summarized a lot of things. I'm like, yeah. I don't know about the whole narcissistic gig, but yeah, you're right. There's something to be said about that. But it's funny how she's like, there's no fucking jealousy in Travis Bagent.
We should get into the narcissistic. I'd like to know how that word is defined, because every single person that I've ever heard use that word is always the victim.
Right.
I have never heard the guy stand up on the podium with the first place trophy and claim that someone in the organization, preferably the number 2 or 3 guy, was a narcissist.
Well, if it even comes out of your mouth, you're already like you speaking from the, you're just speaking from the place. Otherwise, you will know what it's like to love yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. You're right. Everybody. Well, it's all about the books, right? Like people that like write books about happy families ended up like dying alone and shit, right? Same thing.
Yeah. Every single, the first word I hear from every ex-wife is that her ex-husband was a narcissist. And then I say, well, what does that mean? And I've learned it's broad. It could be anything. It could lead back to that word. And as soon as you hear that word, everybody's like, oh. And I think they give the illusion from their facial expressions that they know what the person means. They have no idea what the person means unless they give some details.
Exactly. And unless they've been there themselves and shit too. Yeah, it's funny. It's that, and they also mix like narcissistic, being egotistical, and all of that. But it's always about be like it just somewhat didn't trace back.
The winner is a narcissist. I'm telling you, that's it. You don't have to go any further.
Hold on. Have you ever called anybody a narcissist?
Never. I would never, ever. I feel like I would say something homophobic, something, I guess borderline racist, but, racism was never a part of, I was like.
You are from like that Maryland, Virginia area. You cannot be racist. I've seen your neighbors. You're good.
Yeah, I missed the whole white privilege little boat that went around and gave it to all because I was in the hood the whole time. I remember moving into the hood, and I was so excited because the hood had running water.
Right, because you grew up
from where I was like, yeah. Listen, it's all good here. So I grew up a little different. I don't even know if I grew up different. Maybe I grew up like most people, that we don't even understand the whole race thing. We don't participate in it. There is no.
Yeah, it's more like a luxury thing. When you have nothing to be pissed more about, then you go for the race part. But when you're just trying to get some water, like with some other people, like that, we're just trying to get some hot water around here. We're good.
My entire arm wrestling career, I have been told by the local tournament directors the day of the tournament when I get there that I am, in fact, potentially residing in the hood when I visited their place. So, in other words, the guy's like, "Where's your hotel, Travis?" I say, "Yo, I'm over there, East 2nd Street." And they're like, "Oh my God, that's the hood." And what I realized is that I don't understand. To me, I'm always in the hood. So, yeah, if you came to my house,
Right.
you in the hood.
Right, me and you had the discussion, especially when you don't know the place where you're at in that particular state. Like it's so good to you technically, like right? Like I remember when Ryan Bowen was putting Daniel Mosier in Louisiana, you were hosting it, and you got Eric Lee to drive me back, and we visited his mom, and his mom was like, "Where are you staying at?" "I'm out there by the airport." "Oh, do you have a gun?" Like, I'm just flying for a tournament. I walked down the street, got some Pizza Hut. I thought it was a good time. Like I don't know. Like it was all good.
Yeah, no doubt. So
Look nicer than my neighborhood. Like that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I
no
get
doubt.
it. I get it. All right, we got 65 Swedish crown super chat. Travis, you coming to Sweden later this year or not?
I am. I have to finalize all my details, but yes, I will be there. The only horrible part is it's right in smack in the middle of football season. So I'm trying to adjust and see where the best way for me to get in there, run a couple seminars, and then get home.
$5 super chat from Poland. Is it true Travis will be adopting the flop wrist press as his primary move in this comeback?
It seems to be where everyone is resorting to these days. So right before their death, they decide to become Jerry Cataretters.
Man. So speaking, man, have you ever met Micaiah guy from South Carolina? Micaiah, big black dude, like he was a Monster Factory number, whatever, I think.
No.
There, you might have seen him. You probably not have, but I know he comes up to Maryland up there to Pauline and them. So him, Damon, and Max Kupperman out of Washington, but now lives in Florida. They're coming up for practice, and they're going to be here in about 30 minutes or so.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna get some pullings, and yeah, we might see some.
How do you feel? Feel good?
Feel good. Yeah, I came to Jacksonville practice last Thursday, run a trade on everybody except for maybe Carl Stanley. Right-handed was iffy. Left-handed, I was kind of giving Carl some beatings. I should not say that on the podcast. Actually, Carl, you're destroying me. I was taking
retire, Carl. You might as well retire, man. You're getting smacked around by Artem there, and he only weighs what, 209?
201.
201.
Like I've been staying about 200. Yeah. So
that means halfway through that practice, you were 199. That means Carl got beat lefty by a sub 200 pounder.
Dude, and well, my left was rough too, so that's whole another thing. But we're not going to go into that. But
so you beat Carl even though your left was injured. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's notice the T-shirt that I'm rocking is all because I saw Jamie Sheldon almost lose his mind when your boy attempted to carve in and I guess false start. Is that what the call was?
Pretty sure the call. I didn't go to details from like my understanding. Yes, it is a false start covered in.
At this time,
the whole score ended up being 3-1. So that thing was that one, I believe.
So it would have still have been another restart.
It will have been, it's technically just became that one if they gave him that one, if I believe so. So it was probably 2-0 by then. So yeah.
I saw Brandon was
Dude, that one I started watching it. I'm like, oh, Travis predicted it so well. That second match, Brandon just fucking slipping under.
Oh man.
Man. I'm like,
the epitome. And then did you see Scott's response today? Today or yesterday, he has decided he's going to stay away from tournaments that allow slips to be all straps. I mean, I don't even know. Like,
hey, people will have a lot of safe, people will save their time watching this podcast because we discussed it on a podcast. That's going to be the rule of that said tournament.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah. And listen, very valid argument when you see it in action. When you see the total lack of, that's why super matches, listen to me. If you run a super match card, the first slip decides every start. So in other words, we're staying in the strap after the first slip, no matter where it happens, first round, second round, third round, but we never go back. I mean, what is worse than not penalizing the guy for intentional slipping and then going through the process of letting him do intentional slipping without just putting the strap on? Yeah. What is there to benefit from watching him attempt to slip, even when the other person knows it and has set up a defense to try to stop it? You're even more belligerent about slipping. If you're not going to call that, which I don't blame tournament directors for not letting the match go to the strap, but once it goes there, it stays there. There is no more.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and it saves time also.
Yeah, and it's, it's the worst. Let's say that there's a bad, I don't know what bad parts of other games are, but you always hit that point where you're like, oh, great. In arm wrestling, a match that that's got to get started in order to get to the straps is a bad part of the production, at the very least. All right, hey, let's get in. We got to get into June 3rd.
Hold on. All right, we can do that. And then there's another thing too. Have you heard, before we go to June 3rd, have you seen on Facebook we've been getting, like Robert Russell and Larry Jenkins have been organizing that 198-pound like round robin thing?
Yeah, listen, do these two guys need a doctor?
I didn't tell me what you
I mean, who the fuck is watching a round robin with that many people? What the fuck are we talking about? There is not one realistic score after the third round.
Gosh,
if you're lucky.
You're not into 120 matches at the minimum?
Come on, man. What are we talking? Are we saying that some person that ends up, 10-2, but we see the path that he took and the fact that he lost his first 2 rounds before the bloodbath created a situation where he started eating through people? I mean, there's nothing that can be gained from this round robin. Nothing.
One thing, there's like $4,000 for the first place.
Okay. I'm just saying, whoever's got the money at the end is going to have a legitimate story about the rounds in which they arm wrestled the talent. There's just no doubt about
it. Right.
And it's going to be less to do with your dominance and more to do with the fact that these two guys had that match in round 1 or 2.
Right. Well, that's a normal the scenario, unless you're like some super dominant dude to where it like came to be no question. We can smack Eduardo and Craig Touye all in first 2 rounds. And yeah, maybe you're the guy. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I mean, it's just,
yeah,
I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I don't see it.
Ultimately, the end of it really leads to nothing but the guy getting the money, and hopefully the guy that does wins it is not a douchebag enough to like write the whole fucking story how he's like the guy. You know what I mean? Like
They need to take those 12 guys and set them into 2 different brackets of 6, then run a double elimination tournament, and then let the first place guys go against each other, the second place guys, the third place guys, the fourth. Anything but what the fuck they're gonna do.
that's actually sounds even better because there's a lot of bad and good things about it, right? It's funny the way you're talking about it. It's just like
there's no good.
Hey, if you're the guy that out there smacking fucking 11 bumps and getting the money, you're good.
Yeah, I guess. But then, I mean,
I get it. You talking about it almost from like this spiritual perspective that like we're gonna end up with some fucking story of some.
As soon as there's the bad matchup, and when I say a bad matchup, a matchup that ruins the quality of the athlete from then on.
Right, got you. I get it. So there's always a scenario for the thing to just be like, oh, you know what, it ended up being a shit show. And there's 12 dudes shot for nothing. I like your perspective on making a little tournament before that, and that gives there's like a problem that so like those 12 dudes that kind of got set up, right? And after they got set up, there's more dudes and their friends came out like, yo, why is my guy in it? Oh, why is my friend not in it? Well, we asked your friend and he didn't want it to be. And now that there's no spots left, you want to cry about it. So there's a lot of like,
yeah, well, that's another thing too. There should be always a spot open.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like, but you know,
I mean, what the fuck? You drew the line at 12, the motherfucker. You already done have a 3-day event. Like how many matches are you? Is it really 120 or whatever you said?
Well, if it's a round robin, it's 12 dudes, 12 people pulling everybody else with a two.
That's 12 times 11, right?
Yeah, so that's
121. Is that the way it works, or are we retards for thinking that's the truth?
No. It's 11. It's 12 rounds because of that many people, and everybody pulls everybody. So yeah, there's 11 rounds. Yeah.
So we're already looking at 120 matches. You're saying, and how many minutes? How many? And is it just one match? One match. So how many minutes in between matches? 3?
Let's just say, yeah.
One table, or can you even run 2 tables?
You can round 2 tables. Yeah, you can. I've seen it run in 3 tables as long as you have those matches. Yeah.
Okay, and you're saying there never hits a point where the guys are arm wrestling too fast?
Yeah, it eventually always comes down to like 2 table, and the last 2-3 rounds are going to be kind of round to 1 to 2 table because a lot of people already done arm wrestle.
So it's a 3 or 4 hour event right away.
It's a 3-hour thing for sure on its own. And the bad thing, I've seen it done too, to where one person just so dominant. Who did it in North Carolina? What's the cheating dude name that pulls you? Dog Allen. I've seen Dog run the whole dominance on people to where like the last 3 rounds didn't really make sense to be ran because he already beat so many people and so many people already have losses. They all just competing for second and third and fourth. Once you get to be undefeated for so long too, that's another thing. So I like what you said because it kind of gives those all of a sudden do the thing that can be tough. Oh, you won the spot. We can give you the spot. And then, but yeah, then maybe get it down to like the top 4.
Yeah, and how you said it's a bunch of money for first place. Any money for second and third?
I can give you a bag. Yeah,
because you also want
money all the way down almost.
You also want guys to stay in the fight and not once they know they're not winning the money, you don't want them to give up. You want them to fight it out.
Yeah, so it goes first place. Oh man, I guess it's a budget. I guess it's a big budget. I thought the first place gets the money. It's a $4,500 purse. So first place is $1,700. Second place $1,000. Third place $600. Fourth place $300, and $300 all the way out till the sixth spot.
Okay, so they are keeping people engaged. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, you do get like, so yeah, you do have like, if you don't want to get stuck with $300, you might want to fight for that second and third if you can, right? Because the round robins thing, it's all about blasting for dudes and going home.
Yeah, well, it's also about being smart, right? I mean, there's no reason to have that 50-50 match early if you mean might be better to attack it after 3 straight losses and then turn it on.
So yeah, I like what you're saying. I think that's going to be a proposal because it's just a kind of weird meat grinder. Anyway, we got 10 euro super chat from Devon's classy finger. Travis, did you get the money for the card I bought in Istanbul?
Yes, I did. I did.
That's short.
No
I think
problem.
that's all right, player. So
Look it up.
all right, before we go, we have like 10 minutes. I got you with 240 pounds right-handed bracket for June 3rd. Let me pop it up on the screen. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. If I did not mess it up, it is right-handed 240. And I did add it. There's obviously have 2 spots. I filled up those 2 spots with number 3 guys that I thought will be cool names to add, right? So it goes like this. Carlos Reyes gonna pull it. Just as we said before, guys, this bracket is just a draft. It's just for you guys to wander around, but that can possibly happen, right? Carlos Reyes pulling a winner between Jody Williams and Andre Shark.
Oh, so Shark's the first name that I got a feeling has to be in the mix. Is that correct?
To be the guy? Yeah.
Shark's going to be a problem. Okay, probably also looking forward to going to Istanbul.
Right. And he's the guy that does the traveling. So yeah, for sure. He's awesome on that. There's a couple good dudes. So
okay, let's hear it. Keep going.
And whoever wins out of those is gonna have to pull winner of Matt Mask and Roby Topi. So
I mean, does the Shark beat Matt Mask? I don't know, man. But here's the deal. You kind of need to kick Matt Mask's ass if you want to have any fun in Istanbul.
Damn,
but it ain't easy.
That's interesting. That's right-handed. Yeah. Man, you can't say that because I beat Shark right-handed in December. If Andre beats Matt Mask, I'll be calling Matt Mask.
You'll be in Canada. All right, who else? Go down. Matt Mask has got to be the favorite.
All right,
so far.
Jorge Lemaica is pulling Randy Sparling. The winner of that is going down. It's going down the bracket to pull. There's going to be down Pablo Derbindeyev going to pull the winner of Mike West and possibly Daniel Price. So
so you're saying Pablo's in this class?
Pablo is in there as well.
Oh, now Pablo is the favorite over Matt Mask.
You think so? Interesting.
Yes, and Shark. So that means, my God, man, this thing is loaded.
All right, so if Tafori shows up,
it's loaded because that means Shark is barely in 3rd place right now.
And to be honest, Mike West and Daniel Price. Daniel, do you remember Daniel Price?
Yes. Yeah, I'm figuring that's just a terrible draw for them too. To have to then get to Pablo.
Well, yeah, but Daniel is that hungry guy who's like maybe just the guy that just beat Andre. So yeah, like if his bracket changes, he can. Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, winner of those pulls Pablo. and then Pablo goes down there from there to pull Matt Mash.
Pablo's the favorite, dude. Go ahead.
All right, Kevin Martin going to pull the winner of this gentleman from Brazil, Jose Alfredo Panigua, and Ryan Carter. So Ryan Carter is also the number 3 guy from Texas. I added him to the question mark because from what I'm hearing, Ryan is the guy from Texas to show up and do some damage. And if he doesn't, then he shouldn't.
Well, he's got a good bracket. He's got a good bracket. Nothing better than foreign competition that you don't know. Perfect.
Beat up those 2 dudes, and then you're going to go down to meet the winner of Ben Chiampoli and Austin McGraw. Good match.
Oh, okay, yeah, Austin McGraw. He already done hit me up about hotel situations. Good bracket setting down there, but ultimately quarterfinal would lead him into Pablo as well, right?
It could be, yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, so he needs to get out of that bracket and get up there with Shark and Daniel Price and face the winner of that match.
Man, so okay. So winner of this small bracket. So Ryan Carter and Austin McGraw, in my opinion. I don't know who Kevin Martin is, and I don't know the Brazilian guy, but I'm assuming Ryan Carter and Austin McGraw gonna meet up in this bracket right here, like these 2 spots. And winner of them, Ryan and Austin, in your opinion, we're gonna go with Austin McGraw. He's gonna go here, and he gonna eventually pull. So first of all, next match is Jerome Loud and Carl.
Whoa!
So,
oh, dude.
So Jerome and Carl.
This bracket is loaded.
It's it gets a little better too because those 2 dudes gonna pull, and
so
then
who is it? Jerome Loud and who?
Carl Gerke. Gehrke. I don't know who spelled it like this, but yeah.
That's Arizona, right? I think.
I'm not sure, but the winner of that goes down there. Nothing. He just waits. He waits for Tucker Kidding to pull BLM, and the winner of that goes to Janet Quies.
Wow, man, Tucker's huge too, right there. That's like,
So I'm assuming, I don't know who Tucker is, but I know BLM. So I'm assuming BLM is the favorite here versus Tucker.
Yeah, but you know what, man? BLM should be down in that 200-pound class. What's he up here? Did he beat Matt Math when they had their little thing?
He beat Matt Math left-handed, yes.
Left-handed, but not right-handed.
Not right-handed. He's the 2nd place guy, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised. I think BLM's probably the favorite at 198.
He's a big dude. Like 198, he's probably a killer because like me and him arm wrestled in the match. He was 240, I was 200.
Wow.
And yeah, he's a big dude, and he can.
Man, this class is loaded, bro.
So, but here's what the funny part, right? Jerome beats Carl. Let's say Tucker and BLM and Janik do their thing. I'm assuming BLM gonna get in there with Jerome Loud. I don't know Jerome and BLM, but the winner of Jerome and BLM.
There's 3 tiers. There's 3 tiers, right?
Okay.
Tier one is Pablo, Matt Math, and Jerome Loud. And then tier 2, you got BLM, Shark, and the rest of the crew.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, right? Am I wrong about that? That's got to be the 3 tiers of this class.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt that the tier 1 guys that are successful or that are unsuccessful will get beat by the tier 2 guys that get the right bracket.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's on. June 3rd is on.
Yeah. So we gotta make sure Pablo shows up. So it's gonna be a really killer bracket.
Nah, man. If Pablo don't show up, Pablo's the one that separates itself from the group. The tournament would be benefit from him not being there.
Okay, I'll let him know to stay home.
And Pablo probably doesn't need to do it. Does he need to qualify to get a match from England?
I guess according to England, otherwise we will not be in this thing, right?
Well, I mean, he got invited to the king of the table and was up 2-0 with Saban.
I guess. I mean, just talking to England, there's so many matches that can happen and technically make sense and people that can be in there, it's like, I guess he needs to put some limitations for himself almost. Like, man, just go win the qualifier.
I guess.
Almost, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm landing. I got a meeting today with the TV people. So I will tell Robert Kelly, if he's watching, that I will be in touch immediately following that meeting. We are going to run this thing live for $9.99. You can watch it on Devon or John Brzezink's channel and Travis Bagent's channel. Members only. We got to set all that shit up. That's on you. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, but you never discuss price with me. I was thinking it's a little too low. So don't you ever I will talk to you. You and Robert never go behind my back and discuss.
Do we go $19.99?
I'll go $29.99. All right.
Whoa!
It's all the same amount of people buying it. I might as well make the money. So
let's go crazy.
$2.
Hey, let's do this.
Hey.
Let's make it $9.99 on John's, but $79.99 on my channel. Just to piss everybody off.
See, we'll work it out. But yeah, it happen. Hey, couple of super chats before we go. I have 12 minutes. Ooh.
Travis. I thought we were done. I filtered down my energy. I was like, ramp it up.
Two super chats. 2 euros from I Love AOC. Travis, opinion on your friend Dave wanting Devon.
I mean, I think it's, he signed up to promote this thing. So trust me, I think that after what we've seen, Dave's a tremendous underdog under the format. I mean, we've not seen Devon listen to one referee, right? He's going to take it to the max. Dave's going to most likely run out of gas. They seem to be 50-50 in horsepower, just straight up in the middle of the table. So all roads lead to it to be uneventful. However, I'm rooting for Dave. We need him to muster up 2 huge surges for everything to come and be connected, for him to be up 2-0. But the inevitable will be that Devon will be unwilling to compromise. The promotion absolutely unwilling to foul him out. And I completely understand. So to me, you add all that up, very uneventful afternoon.
All right. Danny Gillian, thank you for your first $1.99 super chat. We appreciate you, sir. Danny Gillian's in the house.
Nice. Sounds that Danny will be getting his helmet, his signed Panini card, his posters. So I cannot wait to look and see when the next time the cameras are at Danny's garage and they're practicing, for them to scale through and see the Tyson Bagent memorial.
Danny is a trash dog. Artem still want to pull for this gold chain. Danny, first of all, I didn't know you finally got gold chain and not that stainless steel shit you've been wearing.
No, that's white gold, baby. That's
but
gold.
He had some funky stuff before. I already beat him for one. He never gave it to me. So, yeah, Danny, if you don't think you owe me a chain already, I'll pull you for another one. Doesn't matter.
You want to know when you got money. When you got money is when you buy a chain so absurd, people think it must be fake.
So then you let me know. Chain, bracelets, I got it all. Real arm muscle.
We need Danny June 3rd for the last chance qualifier.
He can do a last chance super match with me if he wants to, but I need that.
Hey, and listen, you know what I'm starting to think?
Mine is kind of cheap. Yeah, go ahead.
There's going to be a lot of openings in the June 3rd event because of the quality. Like if I'm a 240 guy and
you're not showing up,
and I just heard the way we disrespected all those names that we didn't say, Matt, all we talked about was the heavy hitters. And really, the heavy hitters that we just happen to know. We have no idea, or at least I don't, that there could be a guy that we just went right over that could win. But if I'm hearing those names, I'm like, man, isn't, cousin Sally getting married on June 3rd? Maybe we should go to the wedding, huh?
I got
Get this event. So I think that if you're a guy that wants to mix it up with those guys, Doug Allen, Danny Gillian, right? If a guy like Chance, where's Chance at? He's in the supers. Wasn't Chance wanting to go to 240?
Yeah, but I think Oreo said no.
I have that same problem, Chance. It was a good thought. But if there is a guy who would want to change weight classes, I think there will be a ton of open spots in the lighter classes that you could sign up for the last chance qualifier, not even have to compete before you automatically get put in the bracket because of us trying to fill it up with the 22 guys or 18 guys or however many it is.
Yeah, I told everybody if you can be there, you should be there because you can fill up easily.
Yeah. Robbie Russell, right? He's gonna be in the 176s.
198.
198. Robbie, get to 176 or 170. The 198 is loaded. Artem's in there. No one can beat Artem.
Special Danny Gillian. Then you said you placed higher than me on the chain bet, but we did not pull. You didn't beat me. The last time you defeated me, the chain was not involved. Even better, Danny. Even better. So just make sure next time you're in the bracket. If I put higher, I want the chain.
Take a look over the right shoulder. What do you see?
People said earlier you got some clean jersey there.
The Tyson Bagent number 17 autographed Chicago Bears. The Bears.
Nice. $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on your super match coming up with Paul Talbot? That's got to be for Travis Bagent because I don't even think about the super match.
Woo! Yeah. Here's the deal. It's not what Artem's thinking. It's how disrespectful does Paul Talbot think you are? All right.
Very good point.
How beneath you or him does he think you are before that day when he felt it? And everything changed, right? Man was way better than you seconds before he wasn't, right? And that's the way it works in our wrestling.
Right.
Now you take in consideration how good is Paul Talbot right now? Because we know Artem's good, especially at 200 pounds. Good. Get it. So it's going to be interesting on where he put you in his mind. And did he go crazy? Is this as important to him as the WAL was to get that hammer? We will see. We will see.
Fish from our
You're going to take an ass whipping or two because you got too many matches.
Devon has a good break. Devon has like a 1 month apart thing, so I'm good. Like him and Joel gonna get me like pretty bad. So yeah, I'm excited. From me talking to Paul, like it seems like I feel like he gives me enough credit to understand he's gonna whoop the fuck out of me, right? So I feel like it should be a great match. I don't feel like Daniel Mosher type thing. Oh man, you feel good. Then on the internet, oh man, I didn't mean to lose to this fucking bum. I feel like, yeah, Paul takes it nicely to where he maybe understand that I have like a little bit of power. So yeah, he may be training going to beat the fuck out of me. But
yeah, we need Paul Talbot on June 3rd as well.
That's what I'm thinking. He's the guy to be there.
And we're on it. Trust me. We got Paul Lynn. We got we're working on Brandon Seltzer. I'm trying to work on Rob Bagent Jr. So I'm trying to get all the dudes to come over here because to me, this is the easiest way for them to get right back into the East versus West thing because, the truth is Brandon Seltzer was close. If Rob Bagent Jr. stays at it, and doesn't take any breaks, he can get, that was close enough. You know what I'm saying? We need Doug Ehrlich. We really need Doug Ehrlich back because I think Doug Ehrlich and Giannis match up great too.
Yeah, we need a good mix-up for sure to everybody. To
yeah, plus Doug could disrespect Giannis like he did to Trey.
Yeah, I think Engen said that we do have enough of active guys that we kind of gauge the levels. They're just so separate apart. We need them compete against each other more often now.
No doubt.
That makes sense. So, all right, player. We're gonna wrap it up, but there's
you about to get your ass whipped here, right?
Ali. Well, I'm gonna be everyone's father in the next for the next hour. Ali Hamadeh says, "See you guys on June 3rd." Ali is the guy to be in that, I think, 170, maybe 200-pound class. Woo! I think we talked about that. And important message from Table Ninjas Productions. How much does it cost to get a jersey autographed and sent to someone?
I've got 3 of them. We can sell for $200. Autograph, free shipping.
Autographed by you and Tyson?
No. Well, yeah, I guess. I wouldn't want mine if I were you, but whatever you want. But I only got 3 of them, so anyone the rest of them already spoken for.
Oh my God, that's anyone show Travis his North Korean doppelganger yet? Man, we already did the Egyptian one last time. Don't tell me there's another one by now.
What does that mean? A lookalike?
Yeah.
And what do you call it? A doppelganger?
Yeah, doppelganger.
Yeah, I've never heard that word before.
Really? Well, yeah. I said it the second time, and you're always assuming knowing what it is.
Well, that's because it's on my YouTube, right? Something about me and Stifler.
Yeah. Well, I made that post up. Yeah.
Did you see the Stifler? Hey, a guy told me the other day, he's like, "How come your videos aren't on YouTube?" And I hit him with it's on the live part.
It's on, yeah. It's a YouTube. It's a video of its own too. No.
But I'm just saying, how come the live ones don't click over?
Live ones don't click. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they should because see, YouTube separates them, right? The videos and lives are in a whole different little tabs. There.
I got you. Well, it's kind of we do more lives than videos, right?
Yes, we do. Well, like it's depend how often. I cannot find a good slave to clip them out for me. I'm the slave, but I would like to find somebody that wants to get paid because you're making good money this month.
Oh yeah, yeah. How much for the fans? How much for the fans? I always hear all those lies about Michael Todd making $20,000 a month.
I got a phone call from Mark saying I can't do it until we hit 5 figures.
The money guy. Money guy.
But if somebody wants to do some work for us, do some clips, reach out to me. But
Mark's the man. All right, you're the man. Go crazy.
All right, Travis, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.